welcome back to the Big Day Morning Show, and we've been talking about it all morning long. We've got our special guest. She is from Charleston, West Virginia, our hometown, me and Miss Cherry. I know
yes,
Curly don't like that, but we gang it up on you today, Curly.
What if?
It's Miss Nicci Canada. What's going on, Nicci?
All is well. I'm actually back home. I'm in Charleston, West Virginia right now.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm here on a little short city tour.
Uh-huh.
Trying to promote my pre-release, trying to promote my album 2012.
All right, now when is the release?
Actually, the album is not due to come out until August the 30th, but I'm doing a pre-release here in Charleston, West Virginia, because I want it home to get it first.
That's what I'm talking about. Represent your hood.
Right. Always look out for home.
That's right.
Yes. Yes.
So, Nicci, now let me ask you this. How long have you been in music? How long you been singing? And do you do writing and producing yourself?
I do. I am a singer. I'm a songwriter. As far as producing, I do see myself doing that in the future. But right now, I'm just, singer-songwriter. I've been doing this, I've been singing for a long time, ever since I was a little girl. Well, everybody went to Sunday school and sang in the choir.
It's just vacation Bible school.
that's a given.
Right.
But as I got older, music was not something that I wanted to pursue.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say about 6 years ago, I decided I don't know if we have time for that story, but there was something that came about that I realized, somebody had came to me and was like, Nicci, I think you're going to miss your calling. I think you're missing it. You need to do music. And I'm thinking like, you think so? And so I took their advice and I was like, okay, I'm going to try it out. So I've been on this grind for about 6 years now.
Miss Nicci Canada is in the house right here on the Big Day Morning Show. She is from our hometown, West Virginia, and we're just doing West Virginia. We need to get together and write a song, call it West Virginia Love. Like California Love?
Oh, yeah.
We need to get together and drop it like it's hot. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, my.
Now, name some of the...
I'm down.
Yeah. Name some of the places that you've been touring lately.
Well, you know what? I was just, in the North Carolina area, North Carolina, South Carolina. I am getting a lot of love back home. So, I've come home, do a couple shows. But right now, I'm still trying to get myself, further, as far as the South. I'm targeting North Carolina, South Carolina, Atlanta, Florida, in that area, targeting that. I will say that my music has went ahead of me. When I had released Love and Say Lie, earlier this year, 8 different countries picked that song up.
All right.
So I will say those songs that went before me. So I will eventually catch up with them, and I'll be out there as well.
All right. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that is awesome. Okay, now let me ask you this. Tell me a little bit about the album itself. Give us the title and what is the album about? Because one thing I did notice when I went on your website and I listened to your music, seems like you got a different feel, different style on each song. So tell us a little bit about the album.
First, let me tell you, as far as Nicci Canada.
Okay.
Nicci Canada represents love, passion, worship. I love love. I love relationships.
Mm-hmm.
There's passion that's within me. That's really that's the motor that drives what I do with my music. And there's a worship side of me. I believe in the creator of all things. And so, therefore, I believe it's my signature for Nicci Canada. Whenever I release that album, I want people to experience all 3 things.
Okay.
Not just one, because there's many sides to who I am. I can't just give you one. So I would say that this album is eclectic. It talks about love and relationship. There's social awareness. And there's, I think about 4 tracks where, Nicci Canada style, there's worship, where I am, speaking about the great I am. So it's really eclectic. You're going to get a little funk in there. There's jazz. You have that neo-soul feel. So I think that there are tracks on the album for all listeners.
Absolutely. And the track, the track that we're playing on the Big Day Morning Show, Love, it sounds like a little jazz fusion mixed with a little gospel. It's really clean. That song's clean. I like that song.
Now, you say you've been doing this for about 6 years. You write most of your own songs and everything. Do you work with a production team, or do you have producers that are like, pretty much a group of people that you consistently work with, or do you have like different producers doing your projects?
Well, I actually had about 4 or 5 producers on the album 2012. This is my first album that I'm putting out. I'd say about 5 years ago, I had released a 3-song demo: PK Gone Bad, Love Letter, and Expression. So with that particular demo, I worked with a guy named Paul Whitley. up to this point, I actually, found a business partner. I have my own record label. I'm actually the first artist on the label.
Cool.
Me and a guy named Eric Mitchell. And so, we tried out, 5 different producers on the album. So I'm building up that repertoire of producers.
Yeah.
Right. So, and that gives you an opportunity to do different styles of production. And because, a lot of times when you work with the same group of people, you get that same sound throughout the full project. And if there's one thing that I love to hear on a person's project is when they can be versatile and cover different styles, and just show, well, I'm not just in this one box doing this one particular style. So this album is kind of like a fusion of different styles from different producers, and then with your input on it as far as songwriting, right?
Right, and just putting that Nicci Canada stamp on it. And that's really what I wanted. It's more eclectic, but still yet I felt that even though they were all different, all the producers were different, the songs to me blended. And, there's even a classical piece called Crazy Baby that kind of went off the beaten path. It's a beautiful classical piece that people will be able to just kind of to hear that diversity.
Well, I'm looking forward to hearing this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. We're talking to Nicci Canada, recording artist from West Virginia. She is in the house on the Bigday Morning Show. Miss Cherry, do you have some questions for Miss Nicci?
Yes, I do. You mentioned about getting exposure. Do you ever see yourself relocating to another city from West Virginia?
Well, you know what? I live in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Okay.
I'm actually here in Charleston. I've been here since Thursday. They brought me in for a little city tour.
Okay, got you.
I actually came home to do a pre-release of my album because I wanted home to get it first.
That's right.
Right, okay.
So that's why.
That's right. Take care of home first.
Well, I just want West Virginia to know, I just think that, there's not many artists and things that come out of where we are. And so, I pride myself in saying, okay, yes, because I just believe I want to be that. I'm not to say that I'm the first one here, but I want to be that forerunner to let people know just back home and say, hey, because there's so much talent back home.
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm. And I want people to know that, hey, you can do this too, with the love and the passion that you have for this game. I want to be able to let other people know that, hey, Nicci did it.
Yeah.
You can do this too.
That's right.
That's why I'm trying to come home and wrap my arms around West Virginia to let them see this.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. And the sad part is that when we were coming up, there was not a lot, of opportunity for us. And, it's sad that we had to go other places because even when I got in radio, I had to go to California to break into radio.
Yeah.
So I feel where you're coming from. And West Virginia does deserve it because there are a lot of talented people in West Virginia. It really is.
Absolutely.
What was it, Curly, we were talking about when, West Virginia started Father's Day. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, we on our Father's Day
Right.
special. Yeah. We the first Father's Day observance was in West Virginia. It started in West Virginia. So there's a lot of great history, different people, different artists, different things in West Virginia. And this is a great way to let the people know because they definitely listen to the Bigday Morning Show all around the world. Now, Miss Nicci, as far as your album and everything, now, how can people get a hold of you if they want to book you, if they want to get your album, all of that? Give us that information.
First of all, the website is www.NicciCanadamusic.com. Don't forget, it's spelled with 2 C's, so that's Nicci, Canada like the country, music.com. Like I said, I'm doing a pre-release here where people actually get that product in their hand right this weekend, but the album is due for release August the 30th. It will be on all digital media. You'll be able to purchase the album directly from my website if you'd like. You'll be able to order the actual product directly from my website if you'd like.
That's Miss Nicci Canada right here on the Bigday Morning Show. Nicci, thank you so much because I know you are busy. I've been trying to track you down for a couple of months. So thank you for stopping by the Bigday Morning Show.
Thank you so much. I appreciate even just tuning in.
That's Nicci Canada right here on the Bigday Morning Show. And let's get into that song. It's called Love right here on the Bigday Morning Show.